Hello guys, I'm John Udin and today we'll start learning how to program Ruby. Before we start, I want you guys to take a look at this page. Highest paying programming languages. Ever wonder which computer programming languages pay the most? According to Business Insider, the average salary for computer programmers just hit an all-time high as it approached 100,000. And on the chart, if you look at the left, see the Ruby is 109,000 some change. This is highest. And look at the description. Although it is not quite as popular as your Java and C languages of the world, Ruby has been emerging lately as one of the top choices for tech startups in the United States, since it is fully open sourced and has a large community culture. Ruby is likely to rise in popularity soon. Okay, the reason I share this page with you guys is I want you to get motivated. There's a huge potential of making good money in programming Ruby. So to start, we'll use Aptena Studio IDE for our lessons. It's a very good IDE, open source, free. So let's go ahead and you could Google it. Aptana. Aptena. So Aptena is right here. Okay, let's go to Aptena's page. Here it is. Aptena Studio. Download Aptena Studio 3 right now. Go ahead, download Aptena Studio and install it. Pause the video for now, and when you install it, once you install it, you should have desktop launching icon like this. So double click on it. Then it might take a few seconds to launch. Okay, one reminder, the first time when you launch it, because I launched it before, it will ask you a workspace, workbench. You could select the default one. Now, what we'll do is, what we'll cover in today's lessons, uh, print, puts, variables, string. Okay, print and puts, what does is put the output. So any programming language or anything you need outputs. Variables, it's a placeholder. And if you want to go a little deeper in it, a variable is a symbolic name for or reference to information. Variable's name represents what information the variable contains. And string is it's simple, anything in quotations. And if a little deeper would be a string is a data type that used in programming to represent text. So now, in front of you, this is the Aptena Studio IDE. Here it's your console. Once you, when you run when you run it, you'll see the result here. Let's get to work then. First, we'll create a new Ruby project. Click on File, New, Ruby project. Okay, leave it as default project. Next, and we'll name it Learning Ruby. Finish it. Now we have a Ruby project. Now to code and work on a project, you need to create a file. So we'll right click on it, go new, file. Okay, it'll show it's under Learning Ruby project. Okay, name the file. We'll name it lesson 1. Okay, and the Ruby extension .rb. Finish it. Okay, now we got something to code on. Okay, very first thing we'll do, let's do output print. Okay, I'll explain you the difference or show you the difference between print and puts. Print, do the hello world thing. Sorry, hello world. Run it. You could go run as Ruby, or you could just click on play. It would prompt you to save it. You say yes. Then here it is, hello world. Now let's do another print. Let's say how are you, and run it. Okay, see what it did is it printed it or outputted it on the same line, but we wanted the next line. Okay, let's see how we could get it on the next line. Okay, we need to use puts and say I am learning Ruby. Save it, run it. Wow, it didn't print. It's still on the same line. Okay, let's try again. Let's say, and I am loving it. Let's run it again. Say, wow, now it's showing this, and I'm loving it. Let's try again. I hope you love it too. Let's run it again. Okay. It printed the next line. Okay, now as you can see the difference between print and puts. Print would put everything on the same line, puts it on the next line. And as here what we cover is string, our string, anything in quotation. So as you could see, hello world, how are you? I'm learning Ruby, and I'm loving it. All these text under quotation, in quotation, are string. Now let's do our variable, right? Okay. Now for sake of argument, let's delete this. Okay. Let's prompt someone and say, what is your name? Name. Now, what we'll do, now we are creating a variable, name, equal to, see whatever the name is. Say it's about John Uden. And we want to print out the name. So let's output it on, sorry, not the quotation, let's do name. So in other words, name is equal to, that's John Uden, but the output is the variable, so it will print this. It should print. Let's run it. See, what is your name? Output is John Uden. Now in normal cases, you would want the user to enter the name, or you would prompt the user to enter the name. So how we solve this? Okay, what is your name in Ruby? See the variable name, we'll just assign, tell the variable whatever user entered that would be the variable. So like in that, we in Ruby we do it get, and then we'll put name. Let's see if it works. Okay, now what is your name? It says John Uden. See, the output is John Uden. So here what we did, we let the user, we prompt the user, let the user enter the name, and Ruby outputted the name, the variable. So this is our variable. That's enough for today, guys. If you like it, please comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe it. And the second lesson, I'm gonna have it ready soon. See you soon. Thanks.